Welcome to the Lyon Lights Festival. Oh, sorry, I meant La Fête des Lumières. Is there any chance we could get a little bit closer? Yeah, that's more like it. So you're going to La Fête des Lumières in Lyon. Today we're going to cover how to make the most of your time there. Unless you're nocturnal, you'll end up spending a bit of time exploring the city while it's still light out. So first, let's check out a few spots to see while you're waiting for the sun to go down and the festivities to begin. Starting from the center near Place Bellecour, head west to walk across the St. George Bridge. And as you can probably tell, we're starting off with a decent uphill hike, though there is also a funicular you can ride to the top of the hill. Just be sure to take it headed towards Fourvière, and you'll be in the right area. And from there, everything will be downhill. So reverse the order of the things you're about to see. If you're hiking up like we did, take a quick stop at the ancient Roman theater of Fourvière. Built around 2,000 years ago and declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1998. These theaters are still in use today, hosting concerts and plays in the summer. Or, in the off-season, you can TikTok dance up here too. From there, head towards Belvedere Cardinal Henri de Lubac, where you can get a panoramic view of the city, including a look at Place Bellecour, where we see the Ferris wheel, and where most people funnel into and out of the city during the festival. Finally, head to the top of the hill to see the Basilica of Notre of Fourvière. This basilica is dedicated to the Virgin Mary, who is attributed the salvation of the city of Lyon from the bubonic plague, a cholera epidemic, and the Prussian invasion, among other notable events. What began as a way to thank the Virgin Mary each year by lighting candles throughout the city has transformed into what we now get to experience as the Festival of Lights. One more thing to do right as the sun is going down is to go check out the Lyon Christmas Market at Place Carnot. Here you can begin warming up with some mulled wine, hot chocolate, some kind of tortillette, or go for some other snacks like beer, pretzels, teas, French cheese, macarons, or more mulled wine. And then find Artisan's Alley to go pick up some unique gifts for everyone that wasn't lucky enough to come with you on your trip. And now that the sun has gone down, it's finally time for the lights. While the number of exhibits and locations seems to change from year to year, there are a few specific locations that seem to be mainstays. While the metro line is still running, at night the city center is shut down to all automobile traffic, meaning the best and only way to get from one location to the next is to walk. There is always a map available for the festival if you want to create the most efficient way to see everything. Or you can take our approach, slowly wandering through the streets, discovering smaller lights displays along the way, from one main location to the next. Along the routes, you'll also run into groups of friends or restaurants selling mulled wine, hot chocolate, or other little snacks, like raclette, to keep the hunger away and the spirits high while you wind your way through the Old Town. while the main locations are definitely the must-sees of the festival. With their building size light shows, the smaller ones are fun little reminders just how weird and unique this event is. And if you are anywhere around Place Bellecour, you'll also see the giant Ferris wheel. Rising high above the city center, surrounded by lots of food trucks. And just off to the side of Place Bellecour is where you'll find, at least this year, a dance party, near Place Antonin Poncet, just to the east of Place Bellecour. There is one display that takes more of a journey than the rest, and that is out at Parc de la Tête d'Or, which during the day is a wonderful park to spend some time exploring if you've seen everything you want to see in the city center. Then at night, at the park, there is a drone show. To get here, you'll want to take the Metro Line A to the Messina stop. Then head north towards the Botanical Garden, where you'll walk with the crowd until it's your turn to watch the show. For those of you who are convinced this is something you'd like to experience for yourself, here are a few tips and tricks to make your journey a little bit easier. It's recommended to spend at least 2 to 3 nights to see all of the displays, especially if you plan to venture out to the park to watch the drone show. I'd also recommend that if you head up to the Basilica, plan to do so a little while before sunset, so you don't have to hike up in the dark. Or, if you plan to take the funicular, just know that the lines can get quite long, so plan accordingly. Some of the mainstay events have limited capacity, so you may have to wait in a line. But if you plan well, you should be able to see these just as the festival is beginning without having to wait too much of a line. I'd also recommend to stay in the city center, on the northern half of Arrondissement number 2 if you can. Thanks to Kathy booking a place a year ahead of time, we stayed just south of Place Bellecour, which turned out to be a great location. With the exception of the park, everything was within walking distance. And when we wanted to turn in for the night, it was never too far away. Kathy came previously and stayed outside the city center, which meant every night they had to plan for the commute back, which sometimes would take more than an hour, as everyone was heading towards the metro around the same time. So the lines would be, understandably, a bit crazy. And lastly, be sure to add a little extra time in your schedule to slow down, enjoy some old wine, some raclette, and maybe a dance party or two. I arrived here not really knowing anything about this event, and truthfully, I wasn't expecting much either. I figured it would be close to a fireworks show, where you watch something for a few minutes and then head home. But this festival ended up being so much more than that, and I would say even more than just the Lights Festival that we came here for. It's such a unique experience to have a city close down all of the streets for multiple nights. Have friends setting up little stalls selling mulled wine, using famous buildings as art canvases. I don't know of any other event quite like this one, and I would definitely recommend this trip. If you want to learn more about the festival or read more tips and tricks on how to plan your own trip here, head over to Kathy's blog, which I've linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.